Nick, I appreciate you making some time here. We're sitting at From the Earth Brewery. This is the steakhouse next door, Bask. I mean, From the Earth Brewing, I mean, Tim, they've done a great job just not only food-wise, but music-wise. I know you've gigged here.
A lot.
Yeah. He's, I mean, he seems to curate a good selection of artists kind of in the jam sphere, but kind of all over stylistically.
Yeah, like if he hears something that he likes, you know, he's apt to say, come on and play at the restaurant. And
love it.
So, definitely with the Ansley and the Hold Band. We've, you know, this has been the place where we kind of like just figured out, you know, how the band works and what we sound like.
Okay. Kind of your home base in some ways?
In a lot of ways, There have been a bunch of months where, you know, Tim would say, you guys play every Thursday this month. And we've probably done that 5 or 6 times.
Okay.
So we've played here a lot.
Nice.
And, there's no substitute for that.
Well, we were talking a little bit earlier about kind of the whirlwind the last few months, and it sounds like when you're getting on stage these days, you're kind of like trying to figure out, you know, your lane, because you've been gigging, obviously, with Widespread Panic, and you're playing 2 gigs today. So how is that juggling those different musical hats, I guess?
It's interesting. I'm still kind of learning how to do it. I'm enjoying the process, and just kind of like learning what works and what doesn't. But like it's showing me a lot about like how to prepare. Just for any gig. You know, because it's like, you know, I'd obviously never done something on the scope of the Panic gig before. So it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to be out there in front of a lot of people. And, you know, it's all documented, every note and all this. So it just made me think about like, geez, when I get onto the stage, like I want to feel comfortable in that I, you know, at least have a handle on the music and how it's going to go and all that. So after like being in the thick of that process, now it's kind of like, well, for any gig, even if it's, you know, technically like a smaller thing in scale, it's like I'm kind of like approaching it with the similar thing of like, well, it's the same thing, just on a, you know, just less, you know, just on a smaller scale. Like the approach to the preparedness, I'm trying to kind of keep the same
level. Right.
I say that now.
We'll
debrief after after tonight, you know.
Well, I mean, I saw you at Jazz Fest, that set, and that was, you know, it got pushed because of the rain and everything, but I'm sure that, you know, just that festival is just such an awesome tradition, and that what a stage to play on, and what you know, trying to keep that level, it's got to be tough, I would assume, but
it's a challenge.
Yeah. So can I take this back? So I know I associate you obviously with the Atlanta scene. I've seen you around town gigging all over. But you're from Boston originally, right?
Yep.
So what
suburbs?
What kind of brought you to Atlanta originally?
I was about to graduate high school. I knew that I wanted to play music. You know, the obvious choice is like, oh, you want to play music and you're in Massachusetts, like, oh, you go to Berkeley. But it, you know, I kind of crunched the numbers. It was real expensive. I didn't know if I wanted to do like 4 years of academic, you know, music school world. I think I was kind of just sort of itching to play. And all my favorite musicians kind of lived in Georgia, really. So. And
who would those include?
It was the Colonel,
of course,
and everybody in his orbit. You know, so all the
got the shirt. I actually bought this at a tribute show here years ago. So.
I had the same one in green.
Nice. There you
go. And like all the guys in the Derek Trucks band at the time. You know, I just started following them around in high school.
Nice.
And that was like, oh, that's what I want to do. So then when I was kind of trying to figure out my next move, like I just kind of coincidentally, of course, with Bruce, it's always like this serendipitous meetings and timing and all that.
Sure.
I was introduced to he and Jimmy, and and like I kind of knew Jan Rico and the guys from Derek's band, and they were all kind of like, oh, you thinking of moving to Atlanta? Like, well, come on down. It's like, we'll remember that we met and that you're so-and-so's friend, and you know, we won't let you starve.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, at the very worst, I'll go down and, you know, I'll carry some guitars and some amps and, you know, maybe change a string for somebody if they break one, and then maybe someday I'll be able to to cut it and play, you know, on the scene.
So it's really Bruce in kind of his orbit that,
of course,
that he has a way, man. And I'm sure, you know, a lot of these, I've spoke to Kebby, Brandon Boone, and it's always talking about Bruce, and he's just, his mystique when he was alive was great, and it's built. And I think it's cool to see younger musicians, fans really kind of buy into it and you know, learn about him. As far as his influence on you musically, I mean, obviously he's a big influence musically, if you want to talk about that, but even like in a personal level, how does he kind of influence your day-to-day still, even though? Oh, man,
that would take some time to really accurately answer. But I do remember that when you know, when I played with him in probably 2010 or so, you know, people were always coming and going from Bruce's band.
Sure, right.
You know, and he had a unique style of making the personnel changes. You know, it wasn't like he was going to give you 2 weeks notice if you were going to be if you were going to exit from the band. So like, I remember, you know, because everybody's been fired by Bruce. That was one of the things that we would laugh about.
It's like a rite of passage.
But you know, I remember the first time that I did, I was devastated. And like, you know, because that gig meant the world to me. And so I didn't know how to deal with that at the time. And I kind of had to learn like the right way to deal with something like that. And so like, I'm always kind of like reflecting on that. Like, did he mean to make that a teachable moment, or did, you know, was his style like to put something in front of somebody and just, you know, have them figure out, you know, how to deal with it or derive meaning from it, or have it be something, you know, where it's a teachable moment where they learn something about themselves. And, you know, it's like, did he mean it for it to be like that, or was that just the byproduct of the whole thing? But just millions of things like that where, you know, it
influenced it. So, and that happened, what year was that roughly?
I think 2010 or so.
2010, and I know you've been in Randall's band for 10 plus years. And when he's such a great, legendary Georgia musician, he's played with Panic, he's played with everybody, and his songs have been covered by Bonnie Raitt. I mean, can you speak a little bit to kind of how that came to be, how you got into his band? And
that was through Bruce.
Classic. Again. Always goes back.
And that was another part of the thing where, you know, okay, so you get let go from Bruce's band again, and you know, you're all bummed out. But there's like, I think a lot of times there's something around the corner that sees you, but you can't see it. So just kind of learning to have faith that something around the corner is there. Even though you're impatient and you want it to happen right away, and you want to feel the security of another gig coming up. So it was kind of a time like that. But then, of course, I get a call from Bruce, and he said, you know, I put your name in the hat for Randall Bramblett's band. You know, he's a lifer. He's going to do it forever, and it'll be a good gig for you. And I definitely knew about Randall, and you know, other coincidences, like other people had handed me, you know, CDs of his first couple of records. And you know, this was years earlier. They said, you know, I want you to check this out. This guy Randall Bramblett, you know, the way you play and the way his songs are, I can hear y'all getting together and playing together down the road. so I checked those CDs out, which are hard to find, and
Okay.
I was like, man, these two records from '75 and '76 are as good as anything else that was coming out at that time.
Yeah.
They just
Didn't pop.
yeah, they didn't fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
You know, when they hit them, and
Well, and even his late. So my dad and his two buddies, we're going to the show tonight.
Okay.
He's playing 2 gigs, one of which is with Chuck Leavell and Randall tonight, so that'll be a fun one. But my dad loves Randall, and so his music was always in our house.
Cool.
Even in some of the '90s records, into the 2000s, like Devil's Music, like that stuff. I mean, he's so prolific.
yeah, he's amazing. It's been in his band 13 years now.
Wow.
And you know, another great leader.
Sure.
Of course, like different style than Bruce, but equally as impactful. And you know, I'll always be really appreciative of Randall for just kind of giving me a lot of space to try and figure out, you know, who I am as a player. You know, a lot of space within the music to kind of figure out, you know, the right way to play the songs.
Sure.
And you know, and it's an ongoing thing. It's like I'm still feeling like I'm learning, you know, how to
and it gives you the
how
space
to do it right, or just how to improve on what we've already done. And
it gives you the space to kind of breathe and find that, which is great. And I remember seeing, I think it was the album release show, it was about a year and a half ago at Eddie's Attic when you guys played, and you can just tell that chemistry is there. I mean, you guys have it, and it's cool that you're able to juggle these different musical endeavors, and then Ansley and the Hold, you're playing with them as well. How did that kind of come to be too?
We were all friends, and would kind of cross paths on different kinds of gigs. And then I think when Ansley got really serious about sort of putting together like a solid band where the personnel was going to be the same all the time, it just sort of ended up with the 5 of us. And, you know,
nice.
Kind of like, this is it. This is.
So have you played with Chuck before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is one of those things. I mean, this is just a classic Georgia musicians jamboree. I mean, it's like this is all you could want. You guys getting together. So does it feel pretty natural getting up there with them, and obviously with Randall?
Yeah. Over time, like the more you do it, the more you play the songs and get to know all the people involved. Yeah. It gets to be more natural over time.
Sure.
And like now, it's like there's just in the last couple of months, there's just so many things that I've been able to like check off the box.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like it's almost like if I start to get like anxious or nervous about anything else, I kind of stop myself and it's like, dude,
just kind of take a step back and look.
You did these things.
Yeah.
Like this is just what you do now.
It's right. I know. You just kind of have Chuck Leavell. You're just rolling, man.
Yeah.
It is pretty unbelievable if you really take a 5,000 foot view of it.
Right. So I gotta like try to really not focus on that. And focus on the like the answer to those voices or whatever is like. But you took all this time to try and prepare as best you could.
Sure, yeah.
And then you kind of lean on that.
Yeah.
So that you can feel relaxed.
Yeah.
When it's time to do the thing.
So can you talk
the hope?
Can you talk about how the Widespread Panic, how that came to be? I mean, obviously, you know, Jimmy, we're thinking about him, praying for him. You know, he's such a integral piece to everything.
Yeah.
And I've been following him for years from the Aquarium Rescue Unit and everything, but how did that all come to be?
Well, Jimmy's been a hero of mine since high school or so.
Yeah.
So he's always been, you know, of course, just the nicest person you could ever hope to meet.
Yep.
And he's always been super, super encouraging, you know.
So you met him early on when you were with Colonel's Orbit, Yeah,
even before that, I think I moved to town, and then we, you know, crossed paths soon after that, and I think he heard me play a little bit, and was kind of like, man, you and Dwayne got to get together.
Yeah.
You know, he's thinking of moving to town, and he's looking for people to play with.
Yeah.
And you two guys are going to be great.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have to meet.
Yeah, and he's a great dude.
Yeah.
Dwayne, yeah.
For sure. So we met, and then shortly after, Dwayne and I met Kevin Scott.
Yeah,
You know,
also a
Kevin,
great dude.
Yeah, Kevin was doing the Tuesday nights at the 5 Spot. So
Yeah.
we all started playing all the time.
Yep.
And so that group kind of morphed into Bruce's band for a while.
I mean, what an all-star band that was with you guys there. You know, it's just thinking back on it and like how far you've all come.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of a trip.
It's a total trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, between Jimmy always kind of looking out,
Yeah.
and then Dwayne and I getting to be good buddies and doing a bunch of playing with Bruce.
Yeah.
I think when this all kind of came up sort of unexpectedly for the band, you know, they had to kind of talk about, well, how do we do this? How do we keep the train on the tracks
Yeah.
while Jimmy is getting well?
Yeah.
And you know, I think there were names in a hat,
Yep.
and then I got a call.
I was so happy when I heard it because I mean, unbelievable guitar player, and I think I'm glad that more people are getting to see that.
Thanks, man.
It's awesome. I'm so pumped for you. Obviously, the circumstances are not great, but seeing you on a larger stage, I mean, it's awesome.
It's a wild ride. It has been a wild ride.
So, Live Music Daily, you know, what I was telling you a little bit, you know, this is a passion project, but really what our perspective is kind of fan perspective, right? So a lot of times, you know, one question we've been asking is there a song, and I guess you could say Randall and or with Widespread Panic, is there a song on the set list that when you see it, you're like, I'm so excited to play this tonight, or just gets the energy going from the crowd that you really like? Mm-hmm. I know it can be tough to say, but
yeah. It is tricky because I've been asked questions like that, and I think the answer keeps changing.
Yeah.
Like these days, I'm a big Space Wrangler fan.
Ooh, got such a good one.
I think that song is like a really good representation of everything that band was about at that time.
Sure.
So I love that one. You know, I love to play it.
I love the ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
It just feels like a journey,
Mm-hmm.
that song.
Yeah, and just the imagery of this little character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love that one.
Did you play on Devil's Music?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because the guitar parts on that, I was listening to it the other day. I mean, it's so good. Like Angel
Cool.
Child, like there's so many songs on there that I love, and they've just got hooky guitar lines.
That was a fun one to make.
Yeah.
We got invited to Nashville, where they were doing like, somebody had the idea to get some of like the greatest engineers and producers like of all time.
Okay.
And to get them like together, like this meeting of the minds.
Okay.
Where they would basically do like an instructional audio engineering and record production like tutorial series of videos.
Okay.
And they needed like a demo band.
Sure.
You know, just a band to come and play in the studio while they say, you know, we put this mic here, this far away from the cone of the speaker, and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we ended up getting invited to go do that. So I mean, that alone was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
It was, you know,
Probably met some legends.
Yep. It was Chuck Ainley and George Massenburg and Ed Cherney and
Wow.
Elliot Shiner.
Man.
Like, you know, guys who worked on Steely Dan and Little Feat Records.
Yeah.
And the guy who makes all of Mark Knopfler's records.
Wow. So just
Yeah.
audio masterminds.
Yeah. And then we got to like actually use the studio to make a good chunk of devil music.
Nice. Oh, so you just kind of parlayed that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
That works out.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you got sound check coming up, so we'll wrap it up here. But this is a segment that we've been doing that's also kind of fan perspective.
Sure.
And it's called First Best Quest. And so it's kind of fun I think fans like to see artists' fan perspective.
Okay.
So like the idea being your first show, maybe the first show is impactful. Your favorite show you've seen? I know it's hard to pin down, or maybe the most memorable. And then quest can be, is there an artist you haven't seen that you want to see? And or I would say Kebby Williams went back in time. You wanted to see Miles Davis, or a dream collaboration. You know, like I remember Jesse Hensley from Big Something. He said he wanted to see Jimmy Herring and Steve Morse. You know, so you can just. Is there anything, you know, first show?
Okay, first show was Jethro Tull.
Oh, wow. It's my dad's favorite. He's going to love that. He's going to be here tonight.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who, like, when we start talking about Tull, they're like, dude, my dad's a huge Tull fan. In this case, it's my Uncle Rick.
Nice.
Enormous Tull fan. So I was hearing all that music as a wee lad. But 1996, I think it was the summer I got out of second grade.
Wow.
And he was like, Nick, I got an extra ticket to Tull tonight. Ask your mom if you can go.
Amazing.
And that was at Great Woods, as it was called then, in Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Love it. Did you get the bug, rock and roll bug that day, or did you?
Yeah, I think I already had it. That was just one of the things that just kind of solidified it all.
Sure.
You know, just seeing.
Yeah,
the whole thing, and just
the people,
the
sound. There's something about it. Just
a summer concert.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Wow, thick as a brick. I mean, there's so much there. And my dad truly, I think he saw him 30 times in the set. Yes, he was. So he's gonna love that
my
answer.
Uncle too. He had seen him a million times before this show, and a million times in between. So I saw that one show in '96, and then the week before I moved down to Atlanta. He coincidentally. Had an extra ticket to a Tull show.
Okay.
And so I went with him that time. And at the show in '96, Ian Anderson was recovering from some sort of like blood clot.
Okay.
And so he wasn't at full capacity.
Yeah.
And then the next time in 2006 or something like that, he had another sort of ailment or injury, so again, wasn't quite at 100%.
Sure.
And my uncle goes after this show. He's like, Nick, why is it the 2 worst times I've ever seen this band you were with me?
Oh no.
So I
you still got
the Jethro Tull curse on Uncle Rick.
Oh no.
Try and go see any more Jethro Tull shows with him. Ruin his experience.
Well, you know who is touring, and my dad and I saw is Martin Barr. He's still doing it, and his band is cool, and he I mean, the guitar parts are unbelievable.
I would love to hear him.
Yeah, he's great.
I know he's been by like Smith's old bar a bunch of times.
We saw him at I think City Winery.
Okay.
That was a lot, and I think I'm not sure if he's hitting Atlanta on this next tour, but he's worth checking out.
I gotta look because he's getting up there. And also
he still sounds great though.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
So, any favorite or a show that you look back on and just stands out?
There have been a lot of good shows, man, and I like to go to shows, so it's one of those things where it's like the last one that I saw was the best one.
Right, some recency bias.
But like, man, Bob Dylan.
Okay, yeah.
Does it every time.
Yeah.
I saw him at the Fox in like 2022.
Yep.
On the Rough and Rowdy Ways tour.
I was there with my dad too. Yeah, it was great.
Oh my God, that was a game changer.
Yeah.
And then, like even in the last month or so, we saw him in Spartanburg and Macon, and those shows were awesome. He was incredible. There's this guy, Perfume Genius.
Okay.
Who I saw at the Variety about a year ago.
Okay.
And that was great.
Nice.
Really great.
I'll have to check him out. Yeah. And I love what Dylan does. I mean, obviously, he takes his songbook in kind of different directions, and depending upon who goes, they may not be kind of in on it or kind of understand it. But if you are, it's a journey, and you really just kind of have to enjoy the ride, and it's really cool.
Yep. And you want to bring newcomers along, but you have to preface it with just like, maybe you should like learn these lyrics before we go to the show, so you know what he's, because the lyrics are the same every time.
Exactly.
For a lot of the stuff, but it's just a matter of, understanding them.
Yeah.
When they're.
The melodies, you're not going to catch the melody necessarily, but the lyrics, yeah, exactly. And
but there is always melody.
There is melody,
maybe
yeah. It may be different.
Yeah,
it may not be the one you know from the radio. Is there a quest out there, or an artist you haven't seen, or some? Again, creative liberties here.
I wish that I had got to hear Alan Holdsworth.
Yeah, yep, guitar legend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. He another artist that I feel like is getting maybe a second, third wind in terms of, I don't know if you YouTube, Instagram, a lot of guitar players. There's so much content out there, but seeing him, I think the younger generation is coming to appreciate him too, which is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, because like everybody now who's great, is always, they're always quick to say, oh, but Alan was the GOAT.
Yeah.
And he really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of
that's
sad
a great answer.
to have missed him.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful to be able to say that, like, all the other greats and living legends, it's like I've gotten to hear, like,
nice,
all the faves.
The one on my list, the two guitarists on my list, you mentioned one, Mark Knopfler, and then David Gilmour. Those are two guys I have not been able to see, and they're on my list. Have you gotten to see those guys?
Knopfler, yes.
Yeah.
He's up there on the best list.
Yeah.
I saw him at Chastain in 2019.
Wow.
And it was ridiculous.
Yeah. He's just, master of tone and control, which you have too. When you got the call for the gig, I posted something on our Instagram, and it was just one of my favorite licks, during one of the Randall shows at Eddie's. You've got that control down. I would say you guys are, in similar lanes.
It's a quest.
Love it. Well, Nick, man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Very pumped for your continued ascent in the musical world, and pumped for your gigs today.
Thank you. Me too.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.